Let's get good. This is Endless Space 2 Awakening, and we are playing as the Fireborn Guardians of the Galaxy, the Unfallen. We have quite a few combats to start this episode off. I actually haven't gotten a chance to look at the comments, guys. I've been kind of sick all weekend. It's definitely impacted me. Like, I almost didn't do this episode, but we're gonna push through it. It's 30 minutes. I can handle it. Let's go. Okay, so we have a military behemoth here attacking a fleet of medium ships. We should have the advantage here, I feel like. My one concern, I think, was that the defenses of this ship are pretty much geared against us. Yeah, it's pretty heavily defended against us. We definitely have to take that into consideration. However, I'm curious about the range profile for this ship as well. Yeah, they're basically only able to do a lot of damage at short range, so if we keep the range profile long here, we have a pretty good chance of doing more damage than they do. In fact, I may bring this down to like 2 flotillas instead of 3. The main reason being that this flotilla is going to have to go in closer than we really want to get. And that'll still give us an advantage because we do have 2 flotillas to their 1. Although we could put 1 up here. Yeah, I mean, putting 1 up here just to risk it is kinda... Maybe we do 1 support up there? Let's try that. Let's do 1 support up there. I'm not entirely sure how I feel about this one either, because this one has a tendency to go back and it may not actually be able to hit certain... But I think it only has trouble hitting Flotilla 3. So let's watch this one, just because I'm actually curious how this is going to play out. And we are going with Shield Absorption here, which will somewhat counter their damage type. Mainly we're going with this for the range, though. We could also go Plasma Distortion, but I feel like this is probably better just because it keeps us at that long range. And long range mitigates a majority of their damage. Okay, here we go. And we're going to be using the spacebar overlay for this instead of the tactical view just because... Well, I mean, actually, we'll use the tactical view for this one. We'll use the tactical view for this one because it's definitely one of the ones where I want to see how everything kind of plays out. See, it's weird because we don't see that pattern where the flight path turns in on itself here. Okay. This is looking pretty good, though. Based on just the layout of the fleets and stuff, this is looking pretty good. I'm gonna go ahead and turn it up here. We do have the flotilla advantage here, which gives us additional damage. We have the additional damage from all of our allied nations and things as well. This should go relatively in our favor. I actually don't see us taking any losses here. But what was that just like a random asteroid, or those misfired missiles? Those look like misfired missiles. Oh yeah, we're not taking any damage here. They're about to lose this military behemoth real fast. Oh wow. This is good. This is good. This is a big setback for them. This is a big loss for them, financially. Oh yeah, there we go. Big bada boom. That is the beginning of us winning this war of attrition. They did lose a military behemoth there. Those are not cheap to produce. That was a perfect victory for us. This one is less so. That's mainly because this is small ships versus 2 mediums. I'm actually not super confident in our outcome here, especially considering that these ships, well, we've got, okay, so we've got a couple that are long range, we've got a couple that are medium range. We really want to go into advanced here and play with our range profiles. We're probably going to go Plasma Distortion because we do have some medium and long range ships here. We could also go Power to Shields, but Power to Shields, oh, it will completely mitigate, well, it'll help mitigate the damage from that battleship. The question is, do we actually have laser defenses on all of our ships over here? And it looks like we potentially do. Oh no, this is the one where the Vine ships got pulled in. Okay, so this is problematic. We want our Vine ships. Here's what we're gonna do. To attempt to protect our Vine ships, we're gonna put all of our Vine ships over here in Flotilla 3, where they should hopefully be largely out of range. And then in Flotillas 1 and 2, we're gonna put all of our combat ships. The hope being that if we keep those Vine ships in Flotilla 3, the chance of them getting smashed is going to be a lot lower. I can't say that for sure, but we're definitely hoping that's going to happen. And then we're going to look at the range profile of our fleet here. Long, 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 long. Long, 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 long. Okay, are these all medium then? They are. Thankfully, it did sort those for us rather nicely. Okay. So I like that, that's pretty good. We could consider moving a cardboard shield over here just to draw any fire that does come on Flotilla 3. I think that's actually a pretty good idea. So we'll do that. And we'll watch this one as well, because we want to see how this unfolds. I've never actually had to fight with Vine ships in a fleet battle before. The goal here, obviously, is to protect the Vine ships as much as we possibly can. Oh, and look at that. They're trying to dive in deep here because they know they have to close range. We're going to go to our overview camera here and take a look at what's going on. Just discard this phone because it's beeping. There. Sorry about that, guys. Okay. Let's see. Come on in, flotillas, do your thing. So this is our flotilla we're trying to protect, I believe. Yeah, it looks like that's the Vine ship flotilla. So far, there's no damage on our Vine ships, which is really good. And they've lost one medium ship. They've lost both medium ships right there. Okay, so we effectively protected our Vine ship flotilla. I think this is actually... No, it was 3. It was 3 that was the Vine ship flotilla. Interesting. Either way, though, we protected them. We won that fight. We came out on top in both of those battles. That'll give us increased war pressure with the United Empire, which is lovely. Baramaksa has leveled up to 3. Let's go ahead and give him additional food production on system. Speaking of which, we should probably start colonizing systems whether we intend to colonize them or not. Mainly for the intent... Are we actually vined here? Yeah, this is entwine value 100. So now that we're at war, we can't actually entwine people, which is... That's the biggest functional irritation right now, is that we cannot vine systems that we're at war with. What we can do, though, is we can invade those systems and sack them, and then whatever with that. So that's what we're going to try to do here. It does look like we have the ground advantage because we have more tanks than they do. They do have overall more manpower than we do, though, so that's something to take into consideration as well. We have another fire ship fleet just waiting to come out here with another logistics ship. Let's go ahead and try to put together a complete fleet. We're going to repair them as well. Make sure that everybody is nice and ready to go into combat here. Can we fit that logistics in? We cannot. How many logistics are there here? There's 1, 2. So we're going to trade 1 fire ship here for a logistics ship. That means we have a logistics ship in every flotilla along with some fire ships. Okay. So that fleet is ready to go. They are full and combat ready. Right here we have these fire ships kind of defending Libra, and that's because what we want to do now is send our vine ships over there. Since we know they're not going to be useful where they're at because we're at war, we're going to try to skip them straight over there to Libra where they can start to entwine stuff. And while we're at war here, we're just going to basically try to do as much damage as possible. Because the reality is, if we do enough damage, they're going to have to take peace. And if they have to take peace, then we can begin to entwine them again, and there's nothing they can do about it. So that's where we're at. Our goal is just to do as much damage as possible, especially at this point. Oh no, we had 2 loose vine ships. That's terrible. Okay. That's not a good thing. I miss them. So we'll send them over here. It's going to take them slightly longer. How much would it take if they just went straight to? It'd take even longer if they go straight to. That's fine, though. So within 1 turn, they will be clear of this, though, which is what we want. Beautiful. Interestingly enough, I don't think there's a star lane here, but it seems like we are gaining some sort of speed advantage along our vines. I don't know if that's a thing, though. If it is, that's even better, because I keep confusing those for star lanes anyway. Okay. Siege is being done, Pulvis production being done in Gistrid. We do want to check our population, and we really need to get another system we can colonize or find value in colonizing very soon. Libra, I think, is a qualifying system. The problem with Libra, though, is that we don't actually have the tech to colonize anything here because they're all gas planets. Where is the gas planet colonization tech? It's probably... Is this it right here? No, that's not it. It's over here. Okay, so if we get extreme atmospherics here, we can colonize gas planets. So I'm going to go ahead and put that in queue, just so that we can colonize Libra if we want to. Even without Libra, we're fine taking Herolium. Pardalis is another system that would be lovely. ESO, Zubin, all of these systems are really, really nice. The one problem we know over here, though, is that the UC does exist over here. They're probably already seated on all of those systems. So if we do take those systems, there's a very good chance they're going to have sleepers in our systems. Which leads me to an interesting proposition. I actually think that one of our best bets here is to seek an alliance with the Umbral Choir. If there are allies, then they aren't, you know, they're not a problem for us. There's a lot we can do with that. So I'm actually going to see how much we can push this. Oh, this is lovely. This is lovely, guys. I really like this now. And they're actually super favorable to this whole thing. Cooperative protocol, both you and the other empire will gain an incremental boost depending on each other's main population. Yeah, we'll do that one too. Ooh, they're not fond of that one. Okay. Science and trade agreement, they're super fond of. They're not fond of cooperative protocol. Let's instead see if we can get them to maybe give us some more techs here. That would give us wormhole tech right now. Is that what we're working on currently? We might be working on that right now, so I don't know if I actually want that from them. Q-field accelerator module is actually useful, though. Oh, and an additional hacking operation? We could try for that. You guys cool with that? No? No, that's a little too much. What if we give you something in return? How about some transvine? How about 100 transvine? What do you guys think of that? Maybe? Just maybe? Potentially? No? No, 100's not enough. How about 200?
Well...
No. Okay. Is there anything we can give you to make this equitable? No, there isn't. Okay, so that's fine. We were basically just trying to go for extra there. Botanical scanning we might be able to get. That's like a lower tier tech. I don't think... Yeah, see, they're okay with that. They're okay with that. Let's send them a little transvine to sweeten the deal so that it does make it over that 50% mark, and we can guarantee they're gonna take it. Huh? Huh? No, you don't care about transvine at all, huh? No love for the transvine. What if instead we sent you 5 quadronics? I'm fine with that. We don't really need the 5 quadronics right now. No? No love for quadronics either. Do you guys like anything? Or are you just picky? Here, take 8 of those. So this is irritating because, like, there's a very real chance that if we send this now, they're just gonna deny it. And there's not a whole lot we can give them that's gonna make this a plus. I mean, we could trade them a technology in return, but that's not something we necessarily want to do. We don't want to give them manpower. What if we give them Gigalattice? Maybe they have interest in Gigalattice? We could try. My biggest concern here is that if this is just ever so slightly not on their side of the thing, they will turn down this entire agreement. And I don't know if botanical scanning is worth it because we already have so much food production. Maybe we'll just leave that be. What about astrofinance? You guys cool with giving us astrofinance? See, astrofinance is actually worth it. Let's see. Is there anything at all? Maybe we can give them dust. Let's try giving them like 500 dust. Everybody likes dust, right? No? No, not so much. What about 2K? I'm just trying to see if we can get it to budge at all. That does not look like a thing. We're not going to be able to get it to budge. And there's no way for us to tell if this is exactly on the right side of the agreement we want it to be on, so we'll just wait. We'll go with this, that's fine. If we can't get any of that, though, we could try to get more from them. Maybe we can get some dust. How about you guys give us 1,000 dust in addition to that? Yeah? Oh, you're fine with that, huh? Okay, how about 5,000? Let's see how far we can push this. I'll take 5,000 dust. They should accept that agreement, and that will make them our allies, which is awesome. What? That was in the positive. That's weird. It's weird that they chose not to accept the agreement, because that was very much in the positive. Let's try again. Let's try something different. I'm gonna try not asking them for a tech at all. Okay, how about that? That's a lot more in your favor. Like, we're not asking for money. We're not asking you for money. We're just saying, hey, let's be allies.
We have much common ground, but not in this matter.
Okay. That's weird. I've never really encountered a situation where the AI won't agree to a trade if you are positive like that. That's very, very different. It's honestly a little bit concerning, because now I'm like, what are they doing that they don't want to have an alliance with us? Maybe we try just sending them a straight-up alliance. How about this? We have the military force to defend you, we really do. If we need to, we can always try to boost it. Okay, cool, so at least we have an alliance with them. I'm fine with that. That actually works really well for us. Right on. Their vessels are mobilizing to help us right now. So the interesting thing about that is that we can now see their ships, which is cool. But beyond being able to see their ships, can we see their home system? Is that something we can potentially see? Doesn't look like it. That's very cool. So even if you're in an alliance with them, you can't necessarily see their home system. Which I'm fine with. Like, I think that's actually a smart thing, because you could just ally with them, find their home system, and then eradicate them. But in this case, it does mean that we can kind of see where their ships are. We can probably see where they have sleepers at, but I'm not sure about that. Yeah, see, we can't tell if they have sleepers there. We can't actually see where any of their population, so to speak, is at. But the good news is, I very much doubt that they can, like, make sleepers out of allies, so at least that should protect us from that process if we want to expand out this way, which was the goal in the first place. So I think that's fine. That does open us up to being able to expand in that direction rather safely. With this fleet, I think we want to send them... No, it looks like we've already scanned everything over there. Let's come scan over here on ESO some more. There is a new curiosity available there. We do have fire ships here, preparing to merge up. That's fine, we'll make this into one big fleet. Merge? There we go. Okay, so one big fleet here that is just basically defending this system. That's the Nakalim. We don't really want to shoot their ship, we're just gonna let it go. We don't need to create any more problems with any other empires while we're fighting the UE. That would just be kind of superfluous, and also a little bit dangerous at this point. We have been kind of locked down and our expansion's been limited, and that has, I'm guessing, had a very big effect on our score. Yeah, our score is pretty low right now, and that's largely because we haven't been able to colonize anything or really expand because the UE has kind of locked us in here. We could start an invasion here. I'm not sure how effective that would be, though. They do have the manpower advantage. However, we could sort of begin that and then just see where it goes. Although I think we are putting out siege ships, aren't we? Okay, so we have siege ships coming out. There's a third one coming off the docks right now. We're going to put a few more in queue there. Yes. A few more siege ships in queue there. I'm actually going to take these two off the docks right away and start sending them up there. Because the sooner we can get them there, the sooner we can start wearing this system down. And we're just going to start taking everything. I don't know why I'm focusing on Nihal first. I think it's because it's one out of their home system. So if we burn this, it essentially isolates the rest of their systems out here as far as star lanes go. Sorry guys, cold catching up with me a little bit there. Okay, ending our turn. Yeah, I think if we can take Nihal here and isolate the rest of these systems, then we can slowly wear down all of these systems, and eventually they're going to have to choose peace, and when they choose peace, we're just going to pacifically convert everything. A brilliant inventor from the NACO system has created a wondrous piece of technology, a neural device that allows one to temporarily control the thoughts and actions of another. Unfortunately, the inventor only created one, and he apparently passed away shortly after testing it for the first time. There's a bit of hullabaloo over what to do with the device. We can destroy it, which is probably the best option, or we can confiscate it, which will increase our militarist ideals and give us 100% experience gains on heroes on system. I'm gonna go with this. Happiness on NACOS is probably better. Beyond that, I just don't like the idea of a mind control device being something that we're sort of perpetrating on the galaxy, especially as the well, maybe it does make sense as the Unfallen. Maybe it does. I don't know. For right now, we're going to say it doesn't, and we're going to leave it at that. Let's send this other siege ship up here right away. Hopefully they all arrive there safely so that we can combine them, and we do actually have access now to wormholes, as well as anti-cloaking in research, which we don't necessarily need so much anymore now that the Umbral Choir are our allies. That was a different route to go. I mean, we had originally been like, okay, we're just gonna destroy the choir then, but like, what's the point in destroying the— oh, really now? Really? Y'all see that? This is hilarious. This is absolutely hilarious. This outpost has negative growth. When its stock reaches 0, then they will be removed. The Umbral Choir is trying to expand to Libra now. Even though we have fleets there that are going to prevent them from doing any such thing, they seem to think that this is a good idea. I'm not entirely sure why. It looks like our two siege ships have arrived here on Nihal, which means we should have some good siege values. Yeah, they're losing close to 100 manpower per turn. We have another siege ship en route as well. This is all going quite fine, actually, at this point. Yeah, they're gonna lose that colony and then we're gonna vine it up. The UE is basically already in the process of paying for the mistake they made when they declared war on us. So that is pleasant and happy for us. All about that ruining the UE's day. What do we have here? Got a little bit of Orichalix there, that's pretty nice. The UE does look to be sieging this Hisho system, or at least blockading it. They may have done that just to catch our ship out here, that's fine. If they do catch it, it's not that big of a deal. The bigger thing here is that they're probably angering the Hisho, which means that we could potentially be like, hey Hisho, hey guys, do you want to be our friends? We can help you against your war with the— oh, this is the Cravers, not the Hisho. Oh, okay, is that the Hisho or the Cravers right here in Gyazar? I think that's the Hisho. It is the Hisho. Alright. So anyways, we could potentially invite the Hisho into our alliance and use them to help us crush the UE. I don't think that that's necessarily a bad idea for us. They're not fond of it, though. Okay. Well, you know what? If you guys just want to get beat on by the UE for a little bit longer before you decide that you need friends in high places, let us know when you're done getting the crap kicked out of you. Hacking operations are left, so let's see what we can do with that. We do have backdoors on Nihal and Perseus. So let's go ahead and jump from Nihal to Altair. Why can we not stop a hack there? That's all we want. Start here, and oh, we already have a hack doing that. Okay. That's why I was like, wait, what? We have a second hacking operation now, so what we're gonna do with that hacking operation here is probably... Is that another capital right there? It is! How lovely is that? We're gonna go like this. Oh, we can't go all the way across there. I had hoped we could jump across there, that would have been really, really nice, but it doesn't look to be the case. We can go like this, though. That's gonna take a long time to do that hack. Maybe instead we go here and here? That's 11 turns. That's 11 turns. It's gonna be a long hack no matter which way we go, so I think we'll do this. Because if we can get a foothold in Bellatrix, we can start hacking our way into the Hisho Empire. And potentially get to their capital as well. How long do we have left on that Altair hack? 5 turns. 5 turns, and so far they haven't detected us, which is really nice. Okay, I think we're ready to end our turn here. Dust generation is up. We should definitely check and see if there's another hero we want to pick up next turn, because we have about 5.5k. That should be close to enough to get one. Power of the Academy has reached level 5. Heroes will start at that level now. Your system produces the most food in the entire galaxy. Who would have thought? Our system producing the most food? Never. Okay, so we get 500 dust here, we get 40 proto-orchids, those are actually really nice. And then the Unfallen population in Nakos has grown. We still need gas colonization to colonize that planet. Gistrid is open and has a planet to colonize, which is a good idea because they are population capped right now. Look at that, though. We have 5 different pops here, which is lovely. That means if we built the... Yeah, we already built the science thing that gives us boost based on the number of pops, so that's great. We could continue building more science things here, or we could... Well, we don't have the ability to get antimatter yet. That's actually something we need to pick up. We're working on that. We'll want that as well, so that we can get those resources. And then what we're going to do here, we could potentially build ITER, but I think we might build ITER on our home system if we're going to build it at all. Instead, Miners Union doesn't do anything for us here yet. National Museum would give us additional influence. We could also just go for more science here. The system is currently just content, though, so National Museum wouldn't do anything, and Optics Research Labs wouldn't do much either. Man, our happiness on this system is just not very good. Is there anything we can do to kind of increase that? And it doesn't look like it at the moment. I'm actually kind of surprised that our happiness is low here, considering how, like... Huh. That's got me curious. What's killing the happiness here? From an event, from an event. Okay, so we're losing a lot from events, we're losing a lot from planet types, and we're losing a lot from, well, a little bit from overpopulation, really. So, we're gonna unlock new slots for population here very easily. We don't yet have the... Oh, we do have the terraforming. So we could start terraforming these planets. Toxics are definitely not good. I can't remember which of these terraforms into a forest, but I think it goes Savanna Forest. So we may just start terraforming here. This is a barren, and we can go straight to a forest with it, so there's that. I like that. Okay, we're gonna start moving those towards forests. Forests are the ideal planets for us. Speaking of which, since we know we're trying to get to forest, we should also be trying to get to superfood right up here, I believe. Nope, that's Cultivation Institute. Is this it? This is it, Super Biofuel. So we need 2 more techs up in this branch in order to get that, so we're gonna look at that. Mantle of Unity here is just amazing. We're definitely gonna want to pick up our larger hole, so we'll get that as well. Mantle of Unity is definitely one I'm looking at, but I also like Wellbeing Foundation, Autonomous Administration, and Culture Unshock right here, because they will increase our expansion limits. Which we're nowhere near, though, so like it doesn't make sense to necessarily pick that up because we're nowhere near those just yet. I think instead we'll get that for right now. We can always come back and get this later when we need it, but for the moment we do not need it. Okay, everybody keep moving. Fire ships are right here. We have an entire fleet right here. We should honestly just move this up and start controlling another portion of their space. What is that? Is that a logistics ship? It is. How did that get through without us being able to shoot it? I am not entirely sure. But it looks like they're sending a fleet that is just a hero down here, which I can't for the life of me understand why. That seems like a very bad idea. But okay, you guys do you. You guys do you, and you will suffer for it, I'm sure. Our third siege ship is here now, which means they're losing 126 manpower per turn. We probably have additional siege ships ready to go, at least one. We do. It's on its way up now. This is going to be very bad for them very quickly. And our siege ships move really fast, too. Did we end up putting double engines on those? I can't remember. Yabella, we have a couple things to scan down here. Atmospherics and ruins. Okay, we'll just do these. So we managed to get Gigalatus here, just a little bit of it, and we also found a pincer fleet, which we gained control of. If so, we're gonna probably just sell that. Yeah, we'll sell that off. Then we're gonna go check our marketplace here, see if there's a new hero we want to pick up. We're gonna sort by class because we really don't need any military heroes. Unfortunately, that seems to be all that is available on the market at the moment. If we go into our laws here, we are kind of taking the greatest advantage of all these by keeping our peaceful empires peaceful. The question here is, why are we so unhappy? It's gotta be just those events. Yeah, it's just that one system, and it's from 2 stacking events that hurt really bad, along with the planet types there just being really, really unfortunate. So by changing those planet types with terraforming, I think that system's gonna be a lot better off in the long run. They are colonizing a new planet as well. All of our other systems are kind of at their cap already. Darn. We are like population capped in a way that's just not fortunate for us. We can go ahead and remove this anomaly. That's something we can do. What else can we do here that might be worthwhile? We could build ITER here once these siege ships finish. I think that actually might be a better priority than anything else, just so that we can take advantage of that. Yeah, we're gonna get ITER there. That way no one else can get it, primarily. That's the main reason, is if no one else can get it, then we basically auto-win. Siege, well, we don't auto-win, but we auto-win as far as the Wonder race goes. I definitely like keeping Wonders out of the hands of other empires. It does look like our Vine ships have landed here, which is awesome. We can start entwining. They should be done in 1 turn. Lovely. So we're going to basically entwine our way out here very, very quickly. Libra, we still cannot colonize anything on because we do not have gas colonization techs yet. That's okay, though. We maybe should move those ahead of antimatter channeling now that we don't really need the stealth detection, but it's okay. Honestly, I'm not that worried about it. Colonizing Libra isn't necessarily a brilliant idea because there's going to be a lot of unhappiness associated with that. Oh, and they have started to trace our hack on Altair. We have 3 turns left. It took us like 11 turns to get here. There's no way that their hack gets back in that time. So we are going to land a hack on Altair, which is really bad for them. It's really bad because what we're probably going to do is the rebellion thing where their own fleets start invading them. Oh, now you guys would like to suggest a science agreement, huh? Okay, we agree, that's fine. Boost to the increase in populations for a couple different pops has ended here. We actually don't have enough to boost the Unfallen. We don't have enough to boost the Calgaros. We could look into getting some more of those deciduous... No, they're not deciduous trees, they're, dark glitter, that's right. We could get some more dark glitter here. How much do we have? We have 31, we need like 33, I think. So we'll just buy 4 of them and then go boost our pop some more. Although the additional food they're producing right now isn't necessarily even worth it, so we might want to wait. Yeah, we'll wait. We'll save that until later to do that boost. Okay, the Academy has need of dust. Well, that's a good thing, because we have plenty of that to give. Let's give them 2,000 right now. We are going to keep the Spear as our #1 choice. We do want to potentially grab that fleet since we're at war with the UE. That would help us turn the war effort in our favor for sure. Don't care that they've detected that, because we're going to finish way before they can get back to us. Baramoxa has leveled up here, so we can go for some more food. Yeah, that's really all the Unfallen governors have, is more food. So that's what we're going to go with. Got our Lumeris governor here, who's going to be kind enough to grant us some more dust or trade value. We'll take the trade value here, although we actually don't have trade companies yet, so we're not going to take that after all. I think what we'll take instead is probably science for the moment. We could get more influence here, but that's also based on trade companies, which we do not have access to just yet. Okay, and then we've got Suyu Saltcliffe. This is one of our fleet commanders here. We will reduce the cost of his fleet by 20%, which is awesome to maintain. Pulso's population has grown in Nakos, that's great. Iter is going to be done in 2 turns. That is production power, folks. We have entwined Libra now. So now we can move straight over to 3C75 here and entwine that, which will also take us 1 turn. Basically, all we're gonna... Oh, we moved the wrong fleet, didn't we? We did. Okay, well, that's okay. Because they're gonna arrive there at about the same time, so at least we'll have a defensive fleet to make sure that that fleet is safe. Anyways, once we get from Libra to 3-5, we can get that, and then Herolium. Herolium is a system we'll probably look to colonize, although maybe not. The resources on Herolium aren't particularly incredible. We don't have the tech to do lavas, we don't have the tech for Mediterraneans. Actually, we will colonize that system, but we need those techs. So we're gonna go over here real quick and see if we can very cheaply grab the tech for Mediterraneans. We can. That is a very early game tech, and once we get Iter, that'll come down even faster. It's actually going to finish on the same turn as antimatter channeling, so that's even better. And then as far as lava goes, I think we're actually working on that tech, or are we not? We're not, but we will be. There, now we are. It is in queue quite a ways back. We'll probably move it up here a little bit just to make sure we get it sooner than later. Lovely. Okay. That's all good and fine. Here on Isho, we do have some stuff we want to scan, which is Subterranean Curiosity right here. Hey, Isho also has Orichalix. This is actually a very nice system for us now, something we'll want to pick up. Okay, that's lovely. Very, very happy with that outcome so far. And the choir has some knife ships here on there. So it's reasonable to assume that they probably have a sanctuary here, as well as up here in Rodenev. They've probably got sanctuaries on almost all of these systems. The good news is I don't think that they can, like, convert our pop to sleepers and abduct them and all that if we're allied with them. So that is a huge advantage for us, and the main reason we want to be allied with them. We now have 4 siege ships in Nihal, which means they're losing 160 manpower per turn. Very soon we're just going to be able to walk into Nihal and take it over. And then right here, we do have the ability to attack a civilian ship and gain 600 dust. We will continue to decimate their civilian ships until they surrender, because they literally have no chance at this point. Alright, siege ship, your job is to get up here and join the other siege ships. Go, go, go. Then right here, we've got 2 more Vine ships that are ready and willing to head on over here and join this second Vine ship fleet. This fleet does have relatively less Vine ships in it, so it will Vine things a little bit slower. It also doesn't have a commander fleet boosting it, so what we're probably going to do is kind of send it on ahead to start entwining other systems, although, honestly, I don't know if there's any value in it unless they can entwine in 1 turn. We may just need to produce more Vine ships so that we have 2 fleets that can entwine an entire system in 1 turn. Sure, go ahead and scan that down. What we get? Improve Flotilla Shield. Flotilla Shield capacity and Flotilla Energy Defense both increased. Lovely there. Oh, and I forgot, we wanted to build modules that would do manpower damage and then boarding pods. That's something we can do next episode. I totally spaced it this time, guys. Fortunately, though, we are turning this war around in a very, very good way. I think that the UE is going to regret everything that they've done very soon, if not already. I mean, I would honestly be interested in see, yeah, there's already 3 war momentum in our favor from fleet battles being completed, plus additional war momentum from systems being blockaded. There'll be a 2nd system blockaded here relatively soon. Oh, there already is. There already is. We could honestly start blockading a 3rd if we wanted to. We could really, really push this home. They are burning our vines in all of these systems, it seems. That is rather irritating. Especially here in Pleon, it's irritating. Although, I guess if we lose Pleon, it's not that big of a deal. It's weird, though, because we are basically blockading these systems and somewhat in control of them, but they're burning our vines, and I don't understand how that works. That being the case, I think we might want to begin this invasion a little bit sooner, but I think maybe we'll wait 1 more turn just to let that tick down. Yeah, that's honestly super irritating, though. Like, I find that to be incredibly irritating that they're able to burn our vines even though we're essentially in control of that system. I'm guessing that's something that was changed in the recent patch, though. I believe that's what Anna was saying in the comments. So maybe it was a balancing thing and the Unfallen were much too strong before that. I don't know. This is my first time playing them in a very long time. That is going to be it for this episode, though. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed the show. If you did, make sure to go ahead and give us a like or subscribe to the channel, and we will see you next time. Bye!